one day. Sit back, just listen and think one day. Yo, what up? It's your boy Ras X, and I'm back with another episode of Thoughtz with Ras X. And today I'm going to be talking about 2Pac's 30th anniversary of his timeless classic album, Me Against the World. And it's hard to believe that that's been 30 years ago. I remember that album like yesterday in that time frame. Like yesterday, I was about 10 years old in around that time, 9 or 10. You know what I mean? I didn't buy the album until like later on, but like I remember hearing the songs and seeing the videos and shit like that. You know what I mean? But we're gonna talk about that right now. Right? So the album, in my opinion, is a timeless classic, no skips. And I think this is one of my favorite Pac albums. And for those, if you see, I got the shirt on. Know what I mean? Me Against the World. Know what I mean? This is one of my favorite albums, and I think this is his best album. You know what I'm saying? And for those that don't know, Pac is my favorite rapper of all times. Like, just his content is so deep. You know what I mean? Like, the type of shit he was talking about, he helped me get through a lot of shit. And know what I mean? So like, I just loved his style, his personality and shit like that. And he was well rounded. He had the whole package. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't get, I think, unfortunately, taken away so suddenly, he would have been really out of here in '97. Would have been untouchable. But that's besides the point. So what I'm gonna be talking about is my favorite album. My favorite songs off this album. Now, the singles from this album was Dear Mama, Temptations, and So Many Tears. And I believe like Old School and Me Against the World were B-sides, because I remember them playing Me Against the World on, I believe it was Soul Train. You know, I heard that on the radio. You know what I mean? But it was so many joints on here, man. You had joints like, as I just mentioned, those three songs, Me Against the World, Young Niggas, Lord Knows, Death Around the Corner, If I Die Tonight, Outlaw, Heavy in the Game. It was so many joints, man. And it was just like a perfect production, topics, the song order and shit like that. Everything was like crazy. But like, definitely my favorite joints from here is So Many Tears, and that hits really hard being older now. The way he just did that, the like the production top notch, just well written. Video was like really ominous and just like caught the attention. Now I mean, dark, and you know, the hook is crazy. Lord, I lost so many kids and shed so many tears. It had that harmonica and shit in there. Yeah, that joint hits. Know what I mean? So that joint was like my favorite joint off there. Of course, Dear Mama, and after losing my mother, rest in peace, that song hits harder today. You know what I'm saying? So that's a classic, timeless classic. Temptations, that's another joint. Give him the finger. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that was my shit. And the video was tight. I remember he was locked up. That's another thing. 2Pac was locked up around the time this album came out, so he wasn't in none of the videos. Like, you know, so they had people. I remember Coolio was in it. Tretch, I believe, Be Real was in it from Cypress Hill, and they was like in some hotel or some shit. And Coolio wound up fucking some bitch or something like that. You know, he put the Don't Disturb sign, and that video was tight. Give him the finger. Easy Mo B killed that beat, you know what I mean? But yeah, Me Against the World was another one. Just dope. That was Pac, some of his best verses, you know, and the beat was crazy. That chick on the hook killed it. And I believe like Outlaws was on there, like Dramacidal they was known as at the time. And I like this other joint right here called Young Niggas. And this song right here, the outro really kept me out of a lot of trouble. I remember listening to that song when I was like 13, 14. And at the end, you know, he was talking about like, yeah, you don't gotta do all that stuff. Like, selling drugs and shit. Like you could be an accountant, or like actually have like a job title, you know what I'm saying, and a career. So yeah, that song right there was really tough, and the dude on that hook killed it. You're the downest G I've ever known, or so it was some shit like that, you know what I mean. But yeah, that song was tough. Lord Knows is another one, you know what I mean, just crazy. Lord Knows. Lord Knows. Yeah, that that joint was tough, and that really hits hard being older now and really understanding, what he was dealing with, and then, me going through some, similar circumstances as a black man, as a nigga in this society, death around the corner, another joint, If I Die Tonight. It was so many joints, Outlaw, you know what I mean? But like my favorite joints, the whole album itself, but like those ones I just mentioned, like So Many Tears, Dear Mama, Temptations, Me Against the World, Young Niggas, Lord Knows, those right there really hit, you know what I mean? On that note, peace.